Nico.
I don't either, bro. It makes me sad, but I gotta
get. Try to get Jaden Higgins, man. I think he won that wide receiver 2 spot. All right, so this is Love Lock. 3 favorite picks. I need to re-up on my PFF. I don't know what happened to my PFF. But I really like the Steelers to cover here. Elijah Vera Tucker, their guard, just went down with an injury, so that's more off the O-line. Justin Fields hasn't been looking good in preseason, and that's in the script on him. We got to think about what the Steelers are doing in the quarterback room this past year. They had Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, a younger quarterback. They could have kept him. They didn't. They let him go, opted for Aaron Rodgers off his vision quest. And in terms of their receiving options, it's Garrett Wilson, and that's all you're really worried about. I think the wide receiver 2 is Josh Reynolds, and they scooped up Mason Taylor, tight end. We'll see how that goes. Now, the Jets' defense is really good. I think they're pretty underrated. Steelers' defense always plays well, especially in the beginning of the year. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think this is a game the Steelers come out with. This is my -3. Also like the under, but I think Aaron Rodgers, revenge game. You also have to remember, this is how Aaron Rodgers left the Jets. Aaron Glenn got hired from the Lions defensive coordinator. He got hired from the Lions to be the Jets head coach. They pretty much gave Aaron Rodgers a couple ultimatums. One of them being, like, we got to cut that Tuesday Pat McAfee shit out. He wasn't really rocking. So they want a new culture. I'm sure Aaron Rodgers, being who he is, the ego he has, the cachet he has in this league, being the legendary quarterback that he is, I think it's bulletin board material. So I like the Steelers here. Don't like AVT being out. I also don't like between the receiving options and the quarterback play. And I like a big game from DK here. So that's what I love is, let's go to this 49ers Seahawks, 2.5. So Seahawks are at home, but here's the thing. For one, so the problem with the Niners right now, they have a lot of injuries. Ayuk, he's on the pup. Juwan Jennings, he has a slight injury. We don't know if he's
practicing.
He's practicing. Well, yeah. He wants a contract. So is he going to play or is he?
If he's practicing, he's playing.
All right. So, I mean, Juwan Jennings plays. Either way, they still got George Kittle there. They got a healthy McCaffrey. They got Ricky Ball. And even if they want to offload some of their duties to Brian Robinson, who they just got, he's probably extremely hungry, getting traded away from Washington after having a pretty solid year. I'm sure he wanted to be a part of this new Washington team. They've been in the mud for however long. You get drafted by them, they kick you out, and now they're hyping up the 7th rounder in Bill, Mr. Bill over there. So I like the Niners here. What we also have to remember is this isn't 2015 anymore. This isn't Legion of Boom and the 12th man. I'm betting on the 12th man being a myth. People coming in the Niners will rock them all the time. They rock the Niners all the time. Not the Niners, the Seahawks all the time. That 12th man shit is out of there. Also, the Seahawks, not a big fan of, and they have Sam Darnold now. They got rid of DK. It's the JSN show, and then we'll see what we get from Cooper Kupp. But what are we going to get from Cooper Kupp? Are they going to be able to run the ball on the Niners like that with Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet? We'll see, potentially. But I like the Niners in this spot. I think this is a revenge tour for the Niners. They didn't make the playoffs last year. Actually, I have them winning the division. I feel like the Seahawks are going to come in fourth because I just don't believe in Sam Darnold. I feel like, and this is part of the reason why Raiders are one of my favorite upsets of the week because they're underdogs. I think you're going to really see how good Geno Smith really is, how he was able to operate with this O-line. Now, the Seahawks, they did get Greg Zabel in the first from North Dakota State. They got him in the first. Guard, he can play center potentially. But this O-line still a little hurt. They got Abraham Lucas back at right tackle, so that's good for them. But Sam Darnold under pressure, if they could get some pressure on them, stop the run a bit, we'll see what we get from Cooper Kupp. I just like the Niners here. Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDonald, good coach, good defensive mind. This is going to be a pretty defensive battle, but I just the Niners have more for them. This is my love. Take the Niners -3 or -2.5, whatever you could get them at. I'm not sure if you really want to buy a point there. How do you these picks so far, man? How you feel about my picks so far? Oh, here's the other thing. The Niners, they got back Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
Former Jets head coach. Before he was the coach, he was a Niners defensive coordinator. He's back a defensive coordinator. Then his defense is going to be balling. Yeah, they lose Tyler Funga, and they lost his name, Grenard. I forget his name. Whatever. They both went to the Broncos, though, which is why you saw Broncos defense go pretty high in your fantasy drafts, is because they have Pat Surtain there. They opted to get Jahdae Barron in the first. I mean, that defense should be Riley Moss there in the background. So, I mean, that defense should be, they lose two major pieces, but they're still, they still have a great roster. They lost Chardavius Ward to the Colts. That hurts as well, but they're deep. They still got Nick Bosa there, still a top 3, top 5 edge rusher. But the big thing, Roberts is back, so his defense should be looking better, should be a lot cleaner, less mistakes overall. And I really like the Niners here against one of the worst O-lines in the league. What do you think about those first two? Steelers, my like. 49ers, my
no shot on the Steelers. No shot. Like, if anything, if it's 17 to 14, which just makes it a push. Like, I don't know about that one. Me personally, but again, it's your thing. I was like saying
that was my. You're a Justin Fields guy though.
Well, I'm not Aaron, and I think if you got an attacking defense, you know what I mean. Got Sauce Gardner over top of DK. You're going to be able to figure that out. There's going to be attacking defense. I don't. I'm not arguing with you or saying that you're wrong, but that's just, you know what I mean. Like, if that's how you thought, it's like, all right.
I mean, I don't have to like it.
Yeah. So it's like,
I like it.
Right. You know what I mean? And like, we basically.
But I'm more of an Aaron Rodgers guy. You're not. Yeah. You're more of a guy. Yeah. So that it comes down to that as well. But wait, hold on. My lock.
You asked me about the second one. You don't want to know no more?
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Second for San Francisco. I mean, this one's on a number, which is kind of crazy because it's fluctuating. Like, I seen it at 4. And obviously, if I see it at +4, like, yeah, I'm taking 4. But Seattle +2.5. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, why is this jump? Why is it so fluctuated? Like, why is the numbers, you know?
I've really seen them see it here at 2.5. I've been seeing it here at 2.5 for a while. Where are you seeing that?
Fanatics has it for 4.5, for +4.5.
Fanatics is food.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna take +4.5 if I'm.
Yeah. If you could get it there.
But yeah, I see it at -2.5 too. I mean, that's fair. Like, I think
it's 2.5 on DraftKings. So
right, yeah.
You gotta remember, Seattle is home, so 4 is pretty crazy. I wouldn't take it, but based on it being at 2.5, so we had it at 2.5. That's what I like it at.
Yeah, I think that is fair. I think it is fair. You know, I think San Francisco is going to be a better football team, better defenses. First game out. I think after this game, it's going to be a much smoother road. But, you know, I think basically they're giving Seattle the benefit of the doubt. They're playing at home. But yeah, like, this one is kind of is priced as a toss-up, and I think it's a toss-up. Like you said, it's like, wants to go to San Francisco. Those are valid reasons to go say. You know,
I don't even really. It's priced at a toss-up because the Seahawks are home. You know, they get 3 points. So the Niners, they're home dogs. So it's kind of priced like they're Niners to come in there and beat them. And that's what I'm talking about. Yo, forget about that's in there. But, you know, like, what that hasn't meant anything. I think Geno Smith is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. And we'll see what we see. AJ McCarthy over in Minnesota. But
I think that's part of it too. Is there, like, we kind of don't, like, we know what we about to give San Francisco, which is why we're able to say, you know what I'm saying, give that analysis. But the thing, like some people are really into Gary Kubiak's offense. Some people head coach. So me personally, I'm staying away from it. But like I don't hate your take Pacific. Like I wouldn't be surprised if San Francisco won. It wouldn't be like, oh,
I feel
yeah.
that. I feel that. That's my love, my lock of the week. Take the Broncos against the Titans, man. Minus high. Yeah, it's a rash for them. This is the best defense in the league. Wouldn't be surprised if it was. I think it's really a tough between them and the Texans. But there's just so many factors here, right? So it's a welcome to the league Cam Ward type situation. L'Jarius Sneed is questionable. We'll see if he plays. If he doesn't play, that's tough. Tajee Spears is on IR. Now, Tony Pollard, he could be the bell cow back, but Tajee Spears offers a little bit of juice out the backfield as a pass-catching back, which would be really helpful for them. They were the number one overall pick for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. They picked Cam Ward 101. This is a tough spot to just start off. I liked what I saw out of Cam Ward in the preseason. But once again, they were the number one overall pick for a reason. Mile high, now that's an actual advantage that you have. That 12th man shit in Seattle, that rain, I'm not really thinking about that. What I'm thinking about, Bo Nix has a good amount of weapons there. I think he should do his thing. I don't think last year was a fluke. I think put some respect on Bo Nix's name. I think Sean is guy. Think they're going to go crazy. I just think it comes down to coaching too. We don't talk about last year, Brian Callahan and what he was doing. But besides the quarterback play from Will Levis, he just wasn't making the right moves as a head coach. Like his coaching, from what I saw, watching those Titans game, I didn't watch the most amount, but I watched and I went back and rewatched some of their tighter games because that's what I wanted to see from them, some of their tighter games. Some of his mistakes were really shining. So I like the Broncos here, -8 at home. I think here's the thing about Sean Payton as well. Sean Payton, he doesn't let up. There's no gamesmanship. There's no, all right, we're so we're going to lay off. He likes to blow people out. So if he comes to the season and they drafted that y'all
they drafted me fucking Jaden Daniels. God damn it. I gotta trade that nigga. They auto drafted me Jaden Daniels.
Damn, nigga, you just scared me. I was looking for something, bro. Man, you take your Adderall, man. You just over here bugging out, man. Yeah. Hey, this is why you should have got it on the screen. We be sharing this shit. I could have told you. I could have let you know that you were up to the fucking draft and shit.
Well, I mean, I thought my shit was on.
Oh, that's his name, right? So the Broncos, they also Greenlaw and Hufanga from the Niners, and then once again, Jahdae Barron. What a pick they got in the first round. They opted not to get. They get RJ Harvey. They have Mims, who they like a lot, which I expect them to use a lot. Troy can't speak today. He played with Bo Nix in Oregon, so they have rapport. You didn't see a lot from him last year, but I do think we're going to see a step up from Troy Franklin, and it does help out a lot that he did play with Bo Nix. Now, they also have a new addition in terms of Evan Ingram, and I think he's going to get busy. Like, Evan Ingram is a glorified big body slot receiver. You know what I mean? You're not going to get much out of him into the blocking. I'm a Giants fan, so I know a lot of – he got busy with the Jags. Whether it was Matt Jones or Trevor Lawrence, he was doing his things on the Jags. I think Bo Nix is going to be able to utilize him perfectly fine. The O-line is looking money. Garrett Bowles, a left tackle. Ben Powers, one of the better guards in this league. Mike McGlinchey, they get from the Niners. So, J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey in the backfield. So this is if in terms of start sets for fantasy, I wouldn't mind you starting R.J. Harvey. I think he could get busy even week one, especially if they're up. But yeah, and then of course Cortland Sutton, one of the most underrated wide receivers in this league. I just think that it's too much for a week one against Cam Ward in Mile High at home. That elevation and really the way you breathe and how you move. I just don't think they're ready. I think the coaching in terms of Sean Payton leading this offense, Vance Joseph leading this defense, and I don't think Brian Callahan is really that good of a coach. I think he really went under the radar because people just don't really pay attention to the Titans. So that's my lock. What I like is the Steelers -3 against the Jets. I think they take care of the Jets. You know, the Steelers have a government-mandated 10 wins that they have to have. I think this is one of them. Then they start off this pretty good, as they usually do. Defense usually plays well to start the season off. What I love is the 49ers against the Seahawks. I'm betting against Sam Darnold for the most part. I'm betting the fact that Robert Saleh leading this defense once again goes crazy, and you're going to really see how good Geno Smith is in that Patriots game, which, by the way, we'll get to them in another show, how I think that Patriots defense is being overrated, something crazy. But I'm really fading Darnold on that one, and the Seahawks, one of the weakest O-lines in the league. So that's what I love. And my lock of the week is the Broncos to cover that 8 at home against Cam Ward, the rookie, and the Titans, who just came off having number 1 pick. But, you know, we'll see what Calvin Ridley and Alec Iomanor is able to do, the rook. See what Chig Okonkwo, their tight end, is able to. Not sure, but those are my picks. How you feeling about that last one?
Yeah, again, it's just one of those jobs where I'm good off the plus. Whether it's, I mean, I say +9, but I think the consensus is like +8. It's like one of the most bet. I kind of try to like stay away from public side of things. So probably like this game.
That's your.
I'm thinking literally the same thing you said. That's what everybody thinking. So I had this dub because I think it happened. But yeah, me personally, I just kind of stay away from these games.
I like that. I like that. You not my. You'll see what's good with me, man. We want season 3, you know.
That's good for you. You know what I'm
By
saying?
the way, I also like the under in that Steelers game, and my favorite over under of the week, Texans. Texans have a bottom 3 O-line. Rams defense pretty underrated. And then what else about that game? The O-line, and the defense is fucking crazy, bro. Texas defense goes crazy. So I think that'll be a low-scoring game, real traditional smash-mouth football. Take that, I think it's at 43.5. To me, that shit should be at 40, 39.5, maybe even 38.5. But, you know, there's a lot of offensive firepower on both sides of the field. On the other end, too, the Texans, their running game, Joe Mixon, he might not play all season. They got Nick Chubb and who's the other back in Houston? It's Nick Chubb and Damian Pierce. Well, yeah, Woody Marks too, but you know how they do the rookies. Woody Marks, rookie back, he should, you know, if he's really like that, he should be able to beat out Damian in the corpse of Nick soon. So
yeah. Okay. Let's get into it. Like, love.
Just run through your shit so you can draft, bro. Your multitasking skills is not like that.
All right. We went to it. Cleveland +5.5. Simple as that. Cincinnati early in the season. We already know how that goes. Okay. And then on top of that, Then on top of that, you getting +5.5 points. I mean, outside of the quarterback position, but you getting a fresh arm joke. They kind of, you know, they're going to miss things. Cincinnati has a broken offensive line, and Cleveland's used to playing them. So I do think maybe Cincinnati comes out and pulls the win off. It's going to be +6 points for the dub. So if you can still get that 5.5 number, BetMGM looks like they have it. Sugar House, and then ESPN Bet looks like they also have it too. DraftKings and FanDuel both got it at +5.5. I would take that. I would take that personally. I really like that. We know about Cincinnati's history at the beginning of the year. They start off slow. They've literally started off, I think it's like 1-19, something crazy like that, like the last are like 1-12 like the last 5 years, 5 or 6 years. So as long as Zach Taylor's the head coach, they're going to be rusty that game out. That's my like lock, quote unquote.
Nah, your love.
My love right here. We're gonna go. Depends on the number. If you can get this at 2.5, if you get it 2.5, stay away. This 1.5, I would rock with Tampa Bay just because I think that the offensive line, I mean the defensive line for Atlanta is too light in the ass, and they're going to run the ball with Bucky Irvin, and I think Atlanta's going to be decent, but these games always end up like shootouts. I would preferably tell you to take this game. It's at 47.5, but this is like love lock. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you that Tampa Bay is able to pull it out. But again, if it's plus 2.5, I'm not touching it. Only if it's at like if we can get this at either like -1, -1.5, I'll do it. Again, if we got to
do you think it's worth buying the point?
Again, yeah, for sure, for sure. If you're feeling this, because they'll play close game where they won by 1 point and shit like that. This is another one I like a lot, and then I'm coming down, but I'm short and sweet with it. We're going with it right here. The Dallas Cowboys. I don't know what the heck got going on defense, but I think that their offense is about to be on and popping. Like I think we about to have a lot of fun over there. So yeah, that's my pick. Wow. Hey, Eric Vista just selected George Pickens right before me. Bro, you can't make this shit up.
The Redskins fans, you got to remember in my league, Elias took CD Lamb and the Commanders. They Cowboys fans, low key, they kind of fuck with you.
They don't know that they are like they don't know that their obsession like they're like that's deeply rooted in love. They don't understand.
They got like Stockholm syndrome,
right? But it's okay. I got Calvin Ridley, so it's all right. We straight.
So your lock is the
plus 3.5. If they lose, I don't think it's by 4 points, but I think they can win this. All right.
At 3.5, yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot too.
I'm saying like I think they can win. I definitely think they can beat the spread, but I think they can win outright. Like I do think that they can win outright. But
they're definitely on my list.
Love this spread.
They're definitely on dog teams. I like to do dog parlays. 2 teams that you think could upset, especially in week 1. This is the least sharp that Vegas is going to be. So this is a great time for dog parlays. I'm going to just list down some of my dogs while Austyn tries to camp out with his fantasy team. Like the Panthers is a dog. I like the Raiders as a dog. Patriots playing at home. That's going to be an interesting game. We're going to learn a lot about this Patriots team. Mike Vrabel. We got Josh McDaniels back as the OC of the Patriots. Expect a lot of running backs there. His history with the Patriots offense, he likes using a lot of running backs. If you're a Travion Henderson owner, as I am, don't be mad if he's not getting a boatload of carries. If it's like 8 to 10 for all of them, including Antonio Gibson. No, that's a name you haven't heard in a while. But I do like the Raiders potentially for the upset, just like I like the Panthers. I also like my Giants here. That one, I wouldn't do more than a 2-teamer.
God, you betting this week?
Hey man, worry about me.
I'm excited. I gotta see these tickets. You didn't name.
I'm just giving a bunch of dogs. This is the dog section. You know what I mean? You gave your 3 picks. Oh. I'm giving some potential dogs.
Now, these dogs, is this a dog parlay? Is this a dog you just giving out?
These are dogs I'm giving out, but the dog parlay this dog parlay is probably, and that's it. If you're going to put a Giants in the dog parlay, only do 2, all right? Because the Giants come out on top. You don't want to do you sweating 3 dogs. Do the Giants, Raiders, or if you want to do Giants, Panthers, there's going to be a couple dogs that come out on top here. This is the least sharp that Vegas is all year. This is week 1. A lot of teams didn't even play starters like that in preseason. They're hiding a lot. Even on the depth chart, they're hiding a lot. What else do I like in terms of dogs? No, don't like. Oh, okay. I also like the Bears. Monday night. I don't know how I feel about J.J. McCarthy. I think with Ben Johnson there, Caleb Williams, I liked him last year. I think he had a very underrated rookie season. It was overshadowed by Jaden Daniels and his legendary, probably the best rookie season we've seen in the league ever. But Caleb Williams, low-key, had a pretty good year. But he had Matt Eberflus as his head coach, and me and Austyn were saying, like, why is that y'all head coach for Caleb Williams? Like, y'all have a lame duck coach with the number one overall pick. So I don't know about the Vikings. Plus, we'll see how much. Also, you have to monitor, especially for a Monday night game. Justin Jefferson, if he's practicing, he's still questionable. I'm expecting him to, but you never know with these injuries. Jordan out for 3 games, suspension. Then, that's why they just traded for Adam Thielen. He's with the Bears. Colson Loveland, Luther Burden, Roman Dunze second year. You have DJ Moore. You have a lot going on with this Bears offense. We can see if the Vikings can handle it. Now, they did pad up took 2 O-linemen from the Colts and Will Fries and I think Ryan something. They got 2 pretty good O-linemen from the Colts, though. So the Vikings O-line should be pretty good. Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones, they should be all right, but I don't know how I feel about J.J. McCarthy. You know what I mean? They've been running defense for him in the press a bunch, and I just don't know how good he is. Now, with Kevin O'Connell, he made Sam Darnold look like an MVP candidate. So I'm assuming J.J. McCarthy can at least be middle of the pack, and he might be okay. But a Monday week 1 division, I'm willing to risk that. So that's another dog I like. Any other dogs? Baltimore, if you want to call that a dog, I think the Ravens just win this one outright in Buffalo. I think they have the best roster in the league. I love their defense. I love what they got on offense. I think Rashad Bateman's going to have a crazy year this year. But that's going to pick them. It's not really a dog. So I won't talk about that too much. And, yeah, I think I like. That's all the dogs I like. I like the Panthers. I like I don't like a lot of dogs. I like my Giants, and I don't like betting them often. But if we don't cover this, our season's a good sign. We should mix. But I also feel like if you're going to take us to cover, you might as well take us to win. The Commanders, they haven't done much this offseason. Samuel signing, not a big fan. Laramie Tunsil, that was a good trade. I like that pickup, but it also worries me that a Houston team that's lacking on the O-line would trade a franchise left tackle like that. What do the Texans know that we don't know? So we'll see. Also, there needs to be some regression with what the Commanders were doing last year. You got to remember, a lot of the games they were winning were very last minute against the Bears. That Hail Mary. Y'all remember that Hail Mary? Even against my Giants, a lot of the games they were winning were very close. And a lot of those games, even in the playoffs, were decided with these 4th and 3s, these 4th and 4s. Is Jaden Daniels going to get busy like that again? Now, I don't think Jaden Daniels, he has a sophomore slump like C.J. Stroud, just something about him, how slippery he is, no diddy. I think he's still very good. But if it comes down to those moments again, what are the odds that demanding as they did last year? I think it's pretty slim. So yeah, those are my dogs: the Panthers, the Raiders, the Giants, and the Bears. And if you want to count Baltimore, you could count Baltimore if you want. Barely a dog, that's a pick 'em, but I like Baltimore in that game. And once again, really love the under in that Texans-Rams. I under in this Jets-Steelers, 38.5. I think that's going to be a very sloppy game. It's going to be one of those games you're watching on Red Zone, and it's just like, damn, is this game still going on? I haven't seen nothing from this. Well, yeah, because they're not in the Red Zone. That's why you haven't seen nothing from that game. I think that's why what we see.
That's why real football fans watch the actual game if they trying to see what the fuck.
If you're a Steelers fan, you should be watching that game. But are you going to be watching that game on Sunday live?
Bro, they got 1 o'clock. I'm not.
Okay. What you mean? You're not watching it? You're not interested in Aaron? It's a double revenge game. Justin was on the Steelers, and Aaron
they
Rodgers was just on the Jets. You're not interested? You're not watching?
And on Monday, you can tell me all about it. But yeah, bro, I don't got that many picks for y'all. The only ones I want my name attached to are, like I said, you know what I mean? I really believe in this Cincy plus 5.5. I mean, this Cleveland plus 5.5. I really believe in this Carolina. And I think that Tampa Bay is catching Atlanta at a good time. And they get out of this one safe and they end up getting the dub covering. Again, if it's at above it, but you get anything under 2, go ahead, Bay. I like them there. Those really the only 3 that I can honestly say that I'm comfortable giving out right now. So yeah, you know, I think it is gonna be a bunch of good games week 1 any given Sunday. So, you know, I'm gonna just stick to the script plus 3.5 for Carolina, plus 5.5 with Cleveland, and -1. That's it. And I guess you can do it. That's Thursday.
Facts. And we'll be back Saturday, definitely Sunday. There's going to be line movement. We'll explain that live. Under fan, if you're betting any over-unders, make sure you check the weather. If they're not a dome team, how that's going to impact it. More for the over-under than rain, believe it or not. If it's super windy, that matters more, but it's a nasty raining game. That's something you want to keep in mind for these over-unders. But those are our 2 lots. For Austyn, it's the Panthers to cover that plus 3.5, that hook. Jaguars are 8 at Mile High with Denver against Cam Ward. Welcome to the league, Cam Ward. Good luck with them. Think that could easily, that's a top 2 defense that you got over there with and Greenlaw and Hufunga and Jade Barron. And there's a lot going on over there. So have fun with that. Think you get smashed out, and if y'all getting smashed out, Sean Payton's not going to stop. He's not going to take out and that's what I like from a team that has a big spread like 8. This is in college.
Wait, yo,
so what?
I don't know if he's telling the truth. I think he's playing. I just played.
I take round 3 down. What is he talking about?
T. Higgins is a chief. Whoa.
What is he talking about?
3 seconds. Wow. He's saying that T. Higgins got traded.
No. Stop playing.
I think he's just bullshitting. I think just posted on X. He said just posted on X.
Bro, he's trolling, bro.
Yeah, I about to say.
What sense does that make?
But I mean, hey, you know what I mean? That would have been funny. You would have had to check it. So, but no, I don't see anything. I got an alert.
It would be that was F's and an L in there. Nigga, like, no. Do I take Higgins in the 3rd round now? Like, bro, you don't have any. Check Adam Schefter.
He's funny. He's funny though. I like him. Philly Mike OG, man. I like you, bro.
He stream trolling like that. Adam Schefter's last tweet was it has to do with the Buccaneers. I'm seeing Tom Brady and shit.
Hey, bring your other Eagle fans over here, Tang. I fuck with you.
Oh, yeah. He said some shit the other time. Yeah. T. Higgins in the 3rd. How about you eat a dick? Eat a dick in the 3rd round.
Philly Mike, bro. I like you over here, bro. Tomorrow we're going to be at it, though. But you know what I'm saying? I like you. You all right with me. You a funny Philly troll.
Adam Schefter. All right, man. A chief. Well, that doesn't even make sense. Like, whatever. Once again, love, lock. We'll back breaking down the rest of these games, and we'll also be games to break down what we saw, what you should do for your waiver wire, how our bets did, what did we get right, we get wrong, who knows, we'll see. Come back on YouTube, holla at us on Twitch. We're going to do some giveaways during the year, shit pumping up, and we're on TikTok. Matter of fact, football, matter of fact, NFL. And as a matter of fact, Austyn is doing trash in his draft right now. So
bro, I'm holding it down.